Hello everyone, welcome to another episode with Paycheck Budgeting. My name is Michelle. This is Koala.planning, and I do, weekly planning in regards to how my husband and my paychecks are divvied up in different cash envelopes, sinking funds, and saving challenges that we're doing. We have a goal for this year to reach 22,000 for the year 2022. It's a big goal, but if you saw my last video, which I closed off the quarter, I reached 19% of that goal, which I think is pretty good considering I actually started off with zero. And you know what? That's what I'm planning to do, is to keep growing the best I can. And even if I don't reach that target, I'm already learning some good habits about budgeting so that we have a life, not the other way around. A lot of the times people think that if you're budgeting, that means you're restricting yourself from enjoying life, and that is setting yourself up for failure. We're learning slowly. We have our little setbacks. We have a little bit of a cushion in our bank account, but that we make sure that we always replenish it if we have to pay back if we've spent it. So without further ado, we're going to do this week's paycheck budget, which is a big fortnight for us. That means my paycheck and my husband's paycheck goes in, as also the fortnight we pay our mortgage. That's why I've washi taped that. That's the one thing that my husband has asked, is that we keep that part private, and I must respect his wishes. And rightly so. I am sharing quite a bit of our life here, and will continue to do so. So maybe, not knowing a little bit is a good thing. So anyway, we're starting off with a budget with 2,365 to work for this week, and moving into the fortnight as well. One of my goals for this month is to be able to pay my car rego off in full. Now the bill has come in. I have never paid this in full, guys. It's due on the 30th of April, so that means I have a month to pay this off. If I pay for the full year, or my little koala, if I pay for the full year, that means I've got to pay $769 to pay for the full year. Now I've always ever just paid the 3 months or 6 months, because that's how me and my husband lived. We always lived paycheck to paycheck, and I've got to do better. And I don't just have to do better for myself, I need to do better for my son, to give him good, healthy habits with money. So one of the things that is a priority for me now, I'm not going to pay $800 outright this fortnight. I still got to live this fortnight, and this is the first time I'm doing it. So moving forward, as of next month, I plan to have a sinking fund envelope just for car rego, where I can keep putting little by little in there. But for now, car rego would be getting a whopping $370, paying like pretty much just over half the amount that I have to put in, and we'll see how we go from there. All right, so fixed expenses. The other thing that you guys would have got in my last video is that I am trying to build a cushion in my bills account where all my direct debits happen, all the bills except the mortgage is paid from. Now, this includes our gym memberships, electricity, subscriptions, daycare fees, health insurance, car insurance, home insurance, even the debts such as zip pay, and our car loan, and also our giving is all included in here. Our giving, how me and my husband have set it up, is that we prefer it to be as part, I know it sounds bad, but as part of our bills. One is that we treat it as though it's a priority for us. So as much as we give that much importance to bills, we give to our giving. So that's why it's budgeted already in here, that it keeps going out every fortnight, every month. It's almost like a subscription, and it goes out. which we find works for us. It's important for us to give, and so this works for us. Anyway, so this is my whole month's worth of bills that have to be paid, and right now I need to pay from the 9th. The next paycheck is on the 13th, which is my husband, but we're going to put an extra cushion in there. So this time around we're going to I've calculated it. I only need about $500 and something to take me to the next paycheck, but we're going to put in $800 to the bills account. Guys, do you guys have months where you're not too sure how your numbers are going to work out? This is one of those paychecks where I was like, I'm not sure how I'm going to make this work, but I've done some rough calculations. I was trying to make sure that I don't cut anywhere that will make it hard for me and my husband to keep, because that's not what we want to do. We do not want to fail. Then for fuel, as all of you guys know, fuel has been quite expensive. So the reason why I leave it in my fixed expenses, even though it's technically a variable, and that's because that is I leave that in the account. Reason being is that we use a fuel pump, which is Costco, that does not accept cash. You have to use your card. So we just leave it in the bills account. And you know what? We have not had any leftover from fuel. My husband puts in 40. I've been putting 60 roughly every week for the last few weeks, and nothing is left over. There's no cushion in that, guys. So I think that's a sweet number for us, and we're leaving it at that. The other thing I'm going to have to leave in the account this week is my husband's supplements. And when I say supplements, it's like multivitamins, protein powders. My husband is thinking of competing in a bodybuilding comp, and this is his supplements that he needs, so that's going to stay in the account as well this time around. So that the supplements is a monthly, once a month expense for us. Did I calculate that right? Yes, I did. Why do I doubt myself? I always seem to doubt myself, even though I'm using a calculator. How sad is that? Hey, guys. So that came to 100. So 2365 minus 1010. All right. So we've got that to work with. So this is my cash envelopes. These are actually what goes into my wallet. So in here we've got groceries. I should have filled this in earlier, right? And then that could have saved some time. But you know what? This is the thought process, guys. We're having to make this work. So let's go with it here. So this time round for takeouts and coffee, spending money, we're doing 50. Now, some of you will see this as a big change. And splash cash, I'm giving myself 50. Splash cash again, I'm giving my husband 50 as well. Why do you say? Well, we're trying this new system to see if it will make a big difference, A, to roll over, and B, to our spending habits. And because, as you know, inflation, so even a cup of coffee has gone up. And so $20 barely lasts us the week, especially if you want the coffees or, a quick lunch or something like that. But we also noticed that, the change and things like that, we were tending to use that, and our intent was not to use change, and that was because inflation. And $20, we were finding it hard. So what we thought, what if we bumped it up to $50 a fortnight? So we were giving ourselves $20 a week, but this time we're giving ourselves $50 a fortnight. So if we actually want to buy something we really like, and so I was finding that really hard last week, where I wanted to buy a few bits and pieces for my arts and crafts, and I know I have an arts and crafts envelope, but this I felt was for me, my hobby. So I thought, why not I use my splash cash? But once I used it, I had nothing left for coffee. So that's where I thought, what if we try this out? Give it a month. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, we'll go back to the old way, because that technically did work for us, but we did find ourselves felt as though, I guess the bad word to say is in a pinch. There's nothing else to put it. Optifast, I'm enjoying the shakes when I'm at work. I only have once, and that to tie over, you know, that hungry period where you actually will go down to the cafeteria and just gouge on everything that is there. So this is working for me, so I'm going to continue with that. And yeah, we'll move on. So total 340. 1350. Sorry. All right. Now, debt, even though we have zip pay and car loan, I don't have to pay anything in that right now because that is already included in my bills. We're not putting any extra for two reasons. Zip pay will be paid off next month, in the month of May. And then our car loan is also getting paid off by, I believe, September this year. So it makes no sense to pay anything extra. So we might as well just concentrate on the savings. So savings, what am I doing this time round? This is where I'm a bit, what do I do? So investment, so I have Sharesies. So that gets $30, and that I put in every fortnight, $30. And that's because what I do is I invest $10 pre-selected shares per week, and then I keep the $10 buffer in there just in case I see a good share. So right now that extra $10 seems to be going to FMG at the moment, which seems to be growing all right for me. And that's why I'm doing in such a small amount, so that I can learn about the share market and that I could learn about the different companies before I start investing a little bit more money in. So if anyone would like to know more about Sharesies, happy to forward you guys the link of the app that I'm using. And this is mostly for Australia, guys. All right, so what have I got here? So I've got my emergency fund. Why did I not color that? I know I've already done that. So anyway, guys, I'll color it off screen. Aggressive save, I'm putting in 100. So this one I've consistently putting 100 in since I've started this one for bi-weekly. Now, as you know, the $100 challenge, I always give this to my husband to pick out because that's kind of the one way he feels involved. And he goes and picks some pretty heavy numbers this time, guys. And I didn't want to put it back. I could have put it back, but then would that be defeating the purpose at the moment? Because I technically can afford this. So let's keep, and I do want to two things. I want to use this money as part of the end goal, you know, getting that 22,000 by the end of 2022. But in order to do that, I have to do this twice over, guys. So that means that's why it doesn't matter if I get the big numbers or the small numbers. I have to do it. So now the other thing is, when I was putting these numbers and writing it on these envelopes, one thing I didn't realize is that I guess this was very popular in America, where they have $1 and $2 notes. We have it all as coins. So with that being said, I didn't want to put coins in here and make it really heavy. So I'm rounding up, guys. And that's why it would be a nice surprise at the end of the year when I am counting all this up. Oh, see, I already made a mistake. So 94 will be 95, 29 will be 95 plus 30, 53 will be 55, 54 will be 55, 57 will be 60, and 11 will be 15. So I need to put $310 into 100 envelope challenge. Wow, that's heavy. but it has to be done, guys. It has to be done. That's all right. We'll do it. Okay, what else do I have to? Ooh, the Carrot Cash Saving Challenge. So in this one is week 10. So that's 30. Oh, sorry, that's 10. What if I do the 20 as well as one of the bonus? So that will be 30. Yeah, let's do that. Let's give ourselves a challenge. So the Carrot Cash Autumn Saving Challenge, I'm going to put 30. Quite excited about that. I think it'll be good. What else do I have to do? This emergency challenge. This one is a slow burn. I want to get $1,000 in here. But I think this time around I'm going to put a 20 here because I've got some big numbers here. What else? Bills buffer. Now this is separate. This is a cash bills buffer that I want to keep of $50. I try to put in every so often, and that is to counteract inflation. My plan is that once it gets to 500, I will put that into my bank account that has the automated bills to build that cushion up, because I think I calculated I needed roughly about $3,000 in my cushion in my account that will take care of next month's bills, or one full month of bills. So should I get sick or my husband gets sick, and mostly my husband, because he can't take a day off, guys. He doesn't get paid for annual leave, sick leave. He doesn't get paid for public holidays because it's more of like a contractual work. So I need that buffer. I need to build that up. So that is kind of why even though I technically don't need that much this week in the bills, I'm building that cushion up, guys. So bear with me. We'll see how we go by the end of June. That's a 3-month goal of mine, is to build that cushion up if I can get there. But this month's goal for Red Joe to be paid in full. All right. So what else can I put towards? I think I'm going to do some small numbers here, guys. I think I'm going to do 14 for the 2K challenge. And then for another 1K challenge that I've got here, I've chosen smaller challenges to start with, guys. And I like the fact that sometimes there's small numbers available so that when you're having, a tough time balancing everything out, it'll work. So how about I put 47? All right, did that all. Oh, my little koala, he's turning 2 this year, so he gets $4. I know that seems like a silly number, guys, but that is just in the bank account. I haven't figured out what kind of savings I want to do for him. So for now, I saw a blog about putting the number of dollars as per the age of the child per week. And every year you increase that, so next year he'll be 3 years old, so then I'll be putting in $3. So for a fortnight, that's $6. And then by the time, if you add birthday money in, or if you put in their Christmas money and things like that, you should have about $10,000 by the time they're 18 years old. Now, I'm not too sure. I haven't done the math. But if that is so, that's great. That's a nice little nest egg for him. But I do want to do some other savings for him, but I just don't know yet. And if you guys have any suggestions, would love to hear it. All right, so let's get counting here. So for savings, we're putting in 100, 310, 30, 20, 50, 14, 47, and 4. So 575 plus 30, 605. So, and we have to take that out of here. So 1015 minus 605. We're left with 410. Now, if we take out the 370. We're left with $40, guys. $40 to go into the other sinking funds. So what do I have as priority? So I've made a note for myself on the side here. So the 3 areas I want to put in money is haircuts. My husband keeps talking about he needs to take, so there is some money in there. By putting that $10 in, it should be $60. And that's the buffer amount I wanted to always have in there. Clothes. I really need to get some clothes for my son. He's really running out of clothes, poor kid. And gifts. I'm putting in 20. The reason why gifts is getting a lot, we have so many birthdays coming up, guys, in April and May. I really got to bump that up. So what is sinking funds? So we've got, so 410 minus 370 minus the 40. And we have a zero-based budget, guys. So I hope that made sense to everyone. It's a bit of a lengthy video, a bit of a chit chat. I'll do the cash denominations off camera if anyone is interested in how I do this. Maybe I could do that next time round, but I do know that this is obviously already a very long video, and I really don't want to keep you guys. But do let me know if you prefer that I, break down how I am taking out the money and what denominations. More than happy to do that next time round, because obviously this is new to me to put it out here, and I want to get some feedback as to what you guys like seeing. This is my budget for this fortnight. Bit tight and not so tight at the same time. We're not putting in enough in sinking funds, which is fine because we're doing a big number there. We're still putting in quite a bit into savings, which is good. We're putting a total of $605 if you include the investment. So that is great, guys. That's a really good percentage to be putting in. That works out to be roughly 20% of our income, I think, roughly. Then for splash cash has increased for us for the fortnight. So we're not just getting $20 a week, we're giving ourselves $50 for the fortnight, and we'll see how we go with that. And yes, guys, so would love it if you guys would subscribe, give this video a thumbs up if you like the content. I am so enjoying my journey here. I'm enjoying the accountability this gives me, and I hope to grow. And thank you to all those amazing people who support me. This is all to you guys. I am so in awe of you guys. So with that, I hope you guys all have a lovely evening wherever you are, or day, and stay, stick around. Maybe watch another video or 2 of mine. And if there's any way I can support you guys, do reach out. Stay blessed. Love you guys. Bye.